We just had a fantastic experience at TSA, by the way. Steve doesn't want to talk about it. He had a suspicious package. Anyway, yeah, so we just
flag anomaly.
So Abluxxen, or Linko, I guess it's being called in the US, is a card game that my family is addicted to, and I've been with my family, and thus I'm going to tell you about it. Linko is a card game designed by Michael Kessling and Wolfgang Kramer. It's a set collection, hand management, card drafting game. It's not really a surprise that my family would like Linko because they really love Ticket to Ride, and Linko is basically like a quicker version of that kind of like drafty hand management set collection thing without the whole mappy spatial bit. The goal of the game is to get the most points, and the way that you get points is you win cards. Well, you don't win cards. You play cards in front of you from your hand. At the end of the game, any cards in front of you are worth 1 point. The value on the card doesn't matter at all. It's just how many cards you have, the quantity. And then any cards in your hand are negative points at the end of the game. So the goal is to basically get all of the cards, as many cards as you can, out of your hand and down in front of you. And the way that you get cards in front of you is on your turn, you play one or more cards down in front of you. Simple, yeah? There's a little glitch. If you want to play more than one card, the cards that you play have to be the same value. And the face values go from 1 to 14. There's also a wild card if you're playing with that. And as long as they all match, you can play as many as you have. So 3 3s, 2 2s, 4 6s, whatever like that. All right? Pretty simple, right? Yeah, except the catch, the additional catch is when someone plays cards in front of them, they have the potential to steal or snatch cards from other players that are the same quantity. So for example, if I play 3 2s, if Steve there had played 3 9s, we would compare the face values of the cards played because we both played the same quantities, and I could potentially steal his. In that case, I couldn't because 2s are not greater than 9, but if we reverse the entire situation, so I played the 9s and Steve had 3 2s, because I played the same quantity that he had down and the face value on the cards that I played was greater than the ones that he had, I could steal his cards. So I could steal his 3 2s, take them into my hand, or I could not steal them and I could say I don't want them, get rid of them. So Steve has a decision that he has to make. The decision is, does he pick those cards up, put them in his hand, which he doesn't want because you don't want cards in your hand, or does he discard those cards and then draw 3 new cards from the face-up market? This is the only way to draw cards in the game. So having the cards taken from in front of you isn't always the best thing, but sometimes it's exactly what you want. This is kind of the juicy bit of this game, is you can put down bait cards, essentially cards that you don't really care if somebody takes them, because what you really want is to be able to draw new cards so you can build a bigger set, so you can lay down more cards in one turn and thus make sure that those cards don't get picked up again eventually by somebody else. That's the real clincher in this game, is that you have to weigh, okay, what is the likelihood that somebody's going to pick up these cards, snatch these cards from me, and how okay am I with that? All in all, Linko is pretty simple to teach, it's pretty simple to pick up. The hardest thing that people struggle with when first learning the game is the whole snatching bit, because they think, oh, well, so either the person can take the cards from me or they can make me discard them, and it's like, no, no, no. They can either take them or let you decide what to do with them, but either way they have to come up from in front of you. So there's the interesting dynamic of what does it mean when somebody plays down cards? Do I risk it now and play this big set knowing that somebody might take it later? Is this set of 4s big enough, or is somebody going to take it? Do I mind if they take it because I could get more of like the 11s, which I want? There's an interesting bit of patience and mind game. That typical strategy that I usually use of just hoarding cards until I can lay down these massive sets doesn't work in this game, because the game ends as soon as either all the cards have been drawn from the game, or somebody has no more cards in their hand. So you could be sitting there going, oh, I'm fine, they've got like 6 cards, doesn't matter if I have like an entire deck, because they're huge sets, so it'll only take me a couple turns. And then that person that had 5 or 6 cards plays all 5 or 6 cards at once, and the game is over, and you now have negative like 20 points. I've played Linko with my mom, my brother, my sister-in-law, my father, my in-laws, my husband. Yes, I did get married. Linko has gone over well with everybody that we've played, and it's one of those games where, yeah, the more you play it, the better you're gonna get, and the more you play it with the same people, the better you'll get, because you'll see them trying strategies they've tried before, or maybe they'll try to implement your strategies, and Yeah, it's just a really simple, straightforward game. It reminds me a lot of like Spades, but it's individual. And we played it with 6 players. I know it's 2 to 5. We played it with 6. It works okay. It's fine. It ends a little quicker if you do the draw thing, but if you just shuffle the discard, I think it lasts what it should. I tried playing the 2-player variant, but it was like the old 2-player variant, so it wasn't good. I know if you get newer versions, it's supposed to be good, so there's that. I really think the sweet spot on this game is, 3 to 5 or 6. It does really work well with 6. If they just had more cards, or if you throw in the X cards, the wild cards, it works really well with 6. Also, I'm using lug nuts from a disassembled check-in station as tripod. Linko or Abluxxen in European markets is available at your friendly local game store. Go to your friendly local game store, see if they have it. Do local business some good. Otherwise, you can get it on Amazon, link down below in the doobly-doo. Do you like Linko?
I like it when I don't have a really high negative score, and you totally beat me at Linko.
Have you ever won?
Yeah, I won when you weren't playing.